Okay, I do believe we are live. So if you're watching this as a recording, go ahead and skip ahead about 5 minutes till we figure out what we're doing, get all my chatters in here and say hello and get going. Hey, Margaret. I think you're the early bird today. Hey, Joan. And give a couple minutes for the hellos to get going here for those that are going to join us live. And I'm like dying to do something. I haven't done anything that I've wanted to sit and do down here for I don't know how long. I mean, I did the streams for the stencil sale, but that's pretty much choreographed as to what I need to do with that. Hey, Stephanie. And I got all these ideas running through my head. And then I come down here and sit here and I was like, what am I going to do? I don't know. I need to start trying to get myself down here, if only for 10 or 15 minutes every day, and just do something. I haven't scripted since I did the scripting class, and that was, I think that was in October. Hey, Eminem. Hey, Linda. Hey, Z. Hey, Robin. All right, let's get her going. I don't know what we're going to get going, but I wanted to show you this. I got this. Z, did you ever get one of the? I know you had the small one. Did you ever get the large one? This watercolor palette, I really liked it. I couldn't resist that one. And it was on Amazon for 17 bucks. Well, look who it is. Mr. Racciano in person. Hello. It's a Meeden. It holds 42 half pans. Sorry. Yeah, 48 half pans. And I mean, it's not the best quality out there ever. You can see that these, I don't know if you can tell or not, how these are put in crooked. Like this won't fit in here, but if I put it down here, this drops all the way in. I don't know if you can see how crooked that is. But I mean, you know, if you're just going to put a brush in there or nothing in there, it doesn't really matter, I guess. But it's the cost of looking for cute. Hey, Dot. I think it was $17 on Amazon. Oh, I forgot to put this back in there. So I thought today I'd do something easy on my brain. I found these as I was digging my way out through the streaming of all the stencils last couple weeks ago. And I found these pieces of Yupo that I had put through the foiler. And I just threw some watercolors on one of them this morning to warm up. I don't think there's anything warming me up now. It's going to be a lot of warming to get me going here. It's like my creativity left my body. But I can probably swatch without too much difficulty. And maybe if I get warmed up, we'll do a collage, because I got a lot of really cool papers out of that last iStencil sale, all the streaming. And so that would be pretty cool. Yeah, this is a different set that I put together, Margaret. Most of which I had, a few of which I got, well, in the last couple months, I guess. Hey, Carrie Ann. Inspiration from her Billowing Heart and her color palette, and things that I had that I haven't, like the hematite violet, Potter's pink, and these different colors that I've had and just never used in the way she uses them. So we might play around with some swatches of this watercolor palette here in a little bit. Put that out of harm's way for now. So I was watching, I think it was also Thea from her Billowing Heart that I learned about these ink samples. I mean, there's a lot of inks that look so yummy, but I don't really want to commit to a whole big bottle. I don't, Robin. I asked Rachel this morning. She hasn't heard anything from her family for a while about Jackie, and she was going to let me know when she heard something. So I would still ask for continued prayers for Jackie. Last we heard was about a week ago, and all I know is that she was still in the hospital, the family asking for prayers. That's a long time to be in there. So I'm really concerned about her. So anyway, so I was going to tell you where I got these. Now I'm not sure where I got them. I either got them from Jet Pens, Goulet Pens, or there's another place. I don't think I placed an order from there yet. Venise, that does ink samples. Yeah, I know, Robin. So let's just see what we got here. I got these in weeks ago and never even took them out of the bag yet. That shows you the state of affairs over here. And you can get these for, depending on the ink, of course, $1 something, $2, or most of them. And some of the specialty inks are like $2.50, in that range. But I thought, you know, with doing like Yupo and stuff, just to take a pipette and splash a couple drops of these out of the sample bottles in here. I mean, there's enough of some of the samples to try. Here you can kind of see how much is in there. It's just under this label. And I forget what size these are supposed to be. Oh, Vanessa, here it is. I did order from Vanessa. What do you know? There you go. Vanessa Pen Shop. So some of these are from there. And I know they were saying that they swatch really nicely on Tomoe River paper. So I got these 2 little books from Jet Pens. Come in a set of 2. They're both Tomoe River paper. So let's just see what we got here. Let's try to get them in some kind of an order. I don't know if I want to go by, does it have the manufacturers on here? This is Goulet, Organic Studio. Some of these are really cool inks, the way they shimmer and have a sheen, and little tricks they do as they dry. You know how I like me some tricky ink. Gosh, how's the best way to do this? Let me try by brand. Oster, Diamine, Sailor, Diamine, Organic Studios. Oh crap! No, this. Okay, Colorverse. This one's by Crystal Planet. Robert Oster. Oster. However. Okay, man. Kathy. Hey, Kathy. Sorry, I'm looking down at these little tiny labels that are rolling all over the place. Diamine. Colorverse 3. Oh, apparently Colorverse is the name of the ink, because this one's Saturn 5 and Crystal Planet. Morning Star, Sailor, Diamine, Organic Studio. We're getting there. Vanessa, Robert Oster. Diamine. Diamine. Oster. And Sailor. Oh, what's this one? Got a straggler up here. Ooh, look at that one. Goldie. That is Oster. Okay, and this one's Oster. This one I did get the whole bottle of. It's a rose gilt. Oh, see that? Like a gazelle. It's a really odd rose gold color. I'll show you on a swatch when we do the swatches. Okay, so let me get these up here in some sort of an order to clear out my elbow room. Need some elbow room. We'll just start with Diamine because they're like right in my face. Right here. And I was watching, oh my God, is it Mystery? Z, do you remember? Hey, Kathy. Mystery and Craft something, maybe. She does a lot of pens and inks, and she's getting into watercolor. She's got her own YouTube channel, Mystery and something. I'll have to look at it. But she was using this automatic pen. Like, what's an automatic pen? That sounds like something I should have. So here's the nib. This one, I believe, is the 1/4 inch. It's size 3A. And I look for these on Amazon because that's always my first go-to. I either Google something and find out where it is. And usually the first links that come up are Amazon. But I went to Amazon and put this in. And it was like $70 some. I thought, no, we don't need to be doing that. And then I actually wrote her a note. Gosh, I can't remember her name. That's terrible. And asked her if she would share where she got that pen. And she gave me the link. And it was Paper and Ink Arts or something like that. I think, Z, I think I sent you the link at one time. But Paper and Ink Arts. Paper and Art Inks. No, Paper and Ink Arts. Oh, hell, I don't know. But anyway, it was $11 on there. And they had all different sizes. And she said the 3A is the one that she likes to use for swatches. And it looked like it worked really good for ink swatches. So let us begin. So these are Diamine. Do I want to put them in any kind of order? I don't think it matters. Let's just mix them up. And we'll see where we go. Okay, this is Diamine Blue Edition called Jack Frost. And a lot of these have shimmer in them. So I'm going to do a little shaky. And let's see if I can take care of these. Of course, I haven't even practiced using this pen, so Lord knows. Let me try over here before I go in the book. Oh, okay. Oh, that goes down pretty cool. See how the ink just gathers up in between the blades there? Now let's try a little swatch. Mine's leaving a little bit of a hole, but I'm sure that's user error. So I also want to try to, can I write it? Here's Jane's, one of Jane Davenport's glass pens. They're so pretty. It's got dichroic glass in the middle of it. Let's see. Can I write? My hand's been really shaky. Diamine. I don't have very good handwriting, but it is what it is. And look how much ink is still on there. That's a shame. I'll try not to dip down so deep the next time. And then one thing I saw the swatchers do, and I don't think I have any down here, so I'm not going to waste my good pointy ones, is to take a Q-tip Oh no, I have some sort of regular ones. These say precision tip, but they're not the precision tips that I usually use that are like a razor. And hey, Charlie. Sorry if I missed anybody coming in. My head's been down. So let's see what this looks like in a little bit of a. I notice that the people that know what they're doing make a swatch like this with a Q-tip and then make little puddles at the end. And I guess that's how it helps. When it dries, it helps show that sheen. Let's press on. I've been dying to try this one. The swatches look really cool on this. These are all diamine, however you say it. I can see a purple cast to this coming up as this dries. I'll hold it up when it gets a little closer. This one's called Aurora Borealis. That's got to be good, right? That's got to be good. And the base of it is a turquoise color, which, hello, how bad can that be, really? Nope, I want this. Don't even know what I'm doing. So I'm just going to put a heading up here, diamine, and I'm just going to write the name. I'm surprised at how much ink these glass pens hold, but I think Xandra was the one that pointed this out on her stream. I think it was about how some are different. As far as how the glass is designed, and see how this spirals. Oops, where are you? See how that spirals? They're the ones, and I find the same thing, that hold a lot more ink, and I think it's got to do with gravity. And it holds a lot of ink. It like keeps writing and writing. So see if you can see the colors coming up in that first one. I hope they show. There you go. And it's not even dry yet. Even on the writing, you can see that variation in there. That's cool, huh? Oh, great. Now I got Aurora Borealis ink on my camera strap. Hang on, the camera's going to move. I'm going to try to get rid of this damn strap once and for all. Okay. Woo! Hang on to your lunch. That's pretty. Okay, this one is called Polar Glow. Now I get the feel of this. If you push it down pretty firmly and make sure you hit all the teeth and not have one just jacked up. If you hit it, you can pretty much get that smooth line. You know me and smooth lines. I'm just going to put the tiniest tip in here. And this one is, what did I say? Polar Glow. Oh, now I need another Q-tip because they're pretty much done for. Try to squeeze out as much of that as I can. All right. Hey, Joan. Oh, no. Allie. Hey, Allie. I was going to say Joan. Hey, Joan. No, Joan was here. Joan been here. Hey, Jerry. This one is called Tropical Glow. It's got a lot of shimmer sitting in the bottom, waiting for me. wonder how long it's going to take these to dry that I can go to the next page. There may be a flaw in my plan. Yeah, if you pay attention, you can get a pretty straight line on there. I know that's a big ask for me. Big ask. So is everybody recovering from Thanksgiving leftovers? We still got a ton of leftovers. We'll be having Thanksgiving leftovers for quite some time. Tropical Glow. This one, I noticed there's not near as much in here. Doesn't seem to be. Anyway, pretty turquoise. Patty said the glass palette. Yes, it is, Robin. And it comes with this cute little glass wave that you can lay it down to rest. Now these two look similar. Well, no, I don't know. You can see the Aurora Borealis start to show its colors. Let me turn this daylight on. Lamp on here. Hang on. These are diamine so far, Jerry. Yeah, so let's see if we can show this one now. It's got some green and some red showing up in there. Come on. Okay, now can I? There you go. You can even see it come up in the letters. And then here, you can see it start to. We'll look at these when they're completely dry too. Now this Polar Glow looks similar to the Jack Frost, but if you can really see it, this red seems more sparkly in the. And you can see all of them in the writing and everything. And this one hasn't quite settled in yet to see the colors in there. This is going to be a problem, isn't it? Well, while this dries, maybe I'll do watercolor swatches in a different book. How about that? We'll just really mix it up and confuse everyone. Hey, Julie. You can't hate those. All right, that's what we're going to have to do because that's going to take a while. And I don't want to use the heat gun on the Tomoe River paper. I'm not sure that wouldn't be an issue. Let me grab a piece of this. Hey, Z, I used the Tim Holtz decal cutter today. Do you have any of those in your shop? You guys know about this Tim Holtz decal edge cutter? You can see it trims a decal edge on your papers. But I see what you mean, Z, about this first little bit up here being straight and not with the decal. And I don't know, unless that's just, you got to get it started on a straighter edge or something, maybe. I don't know. But it makes it, I was farting around with it this morning a little bit. And this old snag of a sample I was doing. Just playing around. Oh, now I got blue ink all over it, which is, it's fine. It's just, it's not much to worry about. See, can you see the decollage on there? That's what it cut. Yeah, I do like it. I have been looking for the Westcott decollage ruler forever. They don't make them anymore, apparently, and I can't find one anywhere. eBay, you name it. Oh, Patty, can you add links at the end for the pens and inks, please? Robin, I'm going to be honest. I don't have the time in the world to do that for all these separate inks. There, you can just find the samples at I mean, I'll post pictures somewhere after this dries, but there's probably 30 some samples here, and I can barely find the time to get down here to stream, let alone research and do all those links like the real YouTube channel artists do. Oh. But let's be honest, that's not going to happen, unfortunately. But I got them at Goulet Pens, Jet Pens, and Vaness Pens. Vaness, Vanness. Oh, yeah, that we can do. Oh, Diddy Margaret. Huh. All right, this is some, what is this called? It's a good watercolor paper. I can't remember the name of it. It's hard to get in the States. I got it when I ordered something abroad. I didn't order abroad. Let's be clear. Have a little alkaline water. Keep me going. But I wanted to play with these colors. And we'll hold our spot on the inks. Yeah, I'm sure it was designed that way. I don't know if it's to get it going smoother or what, but yeah, I can see where there would be complaints about that. Put this up on my keyboard. And these are just different colors that I don't usually use. Inspired by Thea at her Billowing Heart. Looking for one of my brushes. And can't get my fingers to work either, apparently. Ah, there we go. And it's a lot of the colors that I already had that she uses, but she just uses them in a different way. I'm just going to spray these lightly. This is a really nice palette. This is one of those whiskey palettes made in Italy. Get them on Amazon. Oops, now I blew something black onto this really light color here. Off to a dandy start. Yeah, you could do that, or it's not completely straight. Hang on, let me look back at this and see if I'm lying to you. Let me get a piece of black paper to put this up against. See in the very top there, there's a little bit of texture to that, but you can see it's more as you get down here, right? And down here, this one was at the top. That top edge. All right, see the difference? So if you wanted an even decal, then yeah, I would say start down a little bit. But another thing that Thea and some of the other YouTube artists I watch, Irit and Aliona, have been using white watercolor a lot in their blends of using different colors. And it makes some really interesting colors. So I'm just going to play a little bit and see what we get. A little bit more water in some of these. This one, the pearl white. So white. This one needs more water for sure. This is a really cool color. It's just dark, dark brown, but it granulates and leaves like a black in the grooves of this rougher paper. It's really pretty cool. Darn blue on my fingers is going to get everywhere. I fear. Okay, so one of her favorite combinations is the Caput Mortem. The one she likes is Winsor & Newton, which happens to be what this is. And this is Grumbacher White that she likes because it re-wets so creamy, and it really does. I'm not used to using my palette to mix colors. I usually, for what I go right to the paper. So this is like a new reflex for me trying to figure this one out. That one came out really light. I put too much white, not enough Caput. What brown? It's called Gilsonite, and it's from an Etsy shop called, what the hell is that called? A Poem About You, I think it is. Now I'm just going to put a little teeny tiny bit of white in there this time. There you go. Makes kind of like dirty beiges and browns and plums, and this makes it a little bit different than what you find ready in tubes anywhere. This one's a shocker. This is that Azalea by Nibs Pens and Ink on Etsy, and they're also on New Monday in the UK. You can order them from there. Here, it's a UK website. Hey, Libby. But this, hello, lover. Look at you. How bright are you? But that's the straight off the pan. And then let's put a little bit of that on here. I can't get it to come out of this brush and stick to this palette. It's just me, I guess. I'm just not used to doing it. And then let's add a little pearl white to that. And it really extends your palette into so many more colors. I should wait until these dry to really show you what they look like, because, and look at this is this with a little bit of pearl white with it. And you know, there's so many combinations you can do in between that. I'm going to add just a little bit of this white in here and see where that goes. That's almost like an interference color because it's so light. Too bad Eileen's not here to see these pinks. Take toothpaste and rub it down. It helps it to grab. You know what? See, this one, I don't know if you can hear that. This one's not slick like these are. You know, these are really slick. And I know that you do that on these because they just beat up so much. But this one is matte. It's not slick at all. It's got a completely different surface in it. I'll have to try that in one of the wells and see what happens. It's probably just me and my lameness. So this is a Potter's Pink. And this is Winsor & Newton. All right, here it is right off the pan. Actually, that's a little bit on the light side. This is usually a little bit darker. This granulates really nicely. And this is one she likes to also mix with white. See how, I don't know if you can see how that looked on there, or you can hear that, but it is a different material in there. And I think it's done that way intentionally. And just a little bit of this, a little teeny tiny bit of that. Really changes that. I want to use this gilsonite. This takes a while to reactivate to be able to lift this. And they only had it in a full pan. Let me do it up here. It's a dark, it almost reminds me like kind of Van Dyke. How the Van Dyke is kind of like a gray, black, brown. It's not really chocolate or has any of that reddish bit in it. I'm just going to add a little bit of water over here. See what that does. Because this granulate's really cool. And I want to see what that does with a little bit of white in it. Oh, that looks like it's got pepper in it, like a gray with a pepper in it. I'll let that sit for a minute and come back when that dries and show you that one. There was something I wanted to play with in here. What the heck was it? This is Daniel Smith Soda Light right here. And I wanted to put some of this Rembrandt, this is Spark Green Rembrandt in here. Ooh, that's going to be pretty. I do believe. Hello. Look at you. Yeah, thanks, April. Oh, that's going to be a pretty one, I do believe. Let's do something strange. This is Daniel Smith Lavender. It needs to be a little bit more wet. And let's grab a little bit of that Spark Green again, which has blue in it. This looks really pretty too. So I just discovered these Rembrandt paints, the watercolors. She recommended, I forget what color they were talking about the Potter's Pink. No, Rembrandt. What was it? Rembrandt that she was using. I forget. But she was talking about how they're so much more inexpensive, but they're artist grade paints. And I started looking at them, just, as you do. And they had these spark colors and chameleon colors. And the spark colors are very sparky. They're I'll have to wait and let that dry a little bit so you can see that better. I want to do just a big swatch of this that's kind of a little more diluted like that, so you can really see how this one breaks down and granulates. Saunders, that's what this paper is. Just hit me. Yeah, they are sparkly and glittery. So if you don't like sparkle, I don't know why you're here. Secondly, they're not for you. Let me see. Okay, my book, I believe, is dry enough. Let me look at these now. That one's still got a puddle in it. Polar Glow. Look at that. In the bottle, you don't see that red at all in that little sample bottle. Come on, focus. Looks like it's got silver and red coming out of it. Can even see it in the skinny letters, but you don't see it as much with the red in here, which is fine. I don't want them all to be red. You see mostly just silver in there and a couple shades of the blue. I'll let it sit another minute. Hey, Christine. And I saw, oh, I think I might have done this one before. This is the Schmincke Cobalt Teal. And I think it was Aliona that was doing this combination with the Schmincke Mars Black. And it makes it a more muted turquoise, but it granulates. Hey, Kathy. So do I, Allie. Whenever that'll be. But let's try. What is that one? Oh, that's that dusk pink. Let's try fifth one down. This Hematite Violet. This is another one that you'll see that Thea use a lot. Hematite Violet with a little bit of white. Just the tiniest bit of white really mutes these down. Oh, I did this one backwards. I didn't put the first clean pigment above it. It's okay. We like to mix it up here. See if you're paying attention. Ah! This one. This breaks out into an unusual pinky coral color under it. Let's see if you can see it on the swatch. This one here. All right. I think another one was kyanite. This is kyanite, I believe. This is one of the Daniel Smith Primatech, made out of real gemstone. How long are you on for today, Patty? Probably like 4 o'clock, maybe at longest quarter after. Z's coming on at 4:30 today. So I'll be ducking out before Z's coming on. And the kyanite has a natural sparkle in it. I'm going over the embossed watermark on this paper. Let's see how it lays in those little cracks. That blue with that green spark, that's a sodalite. It's still really wet, so you can't really appreciate it yet. Z, you'll like that one. And then there's the lavender. Come on. Really? Is that how you're going to do me? There you can kind of see it. The focus isn't going to cooperate as per usual. Sheesh. And here's the Holbein Shell Pink. With a teeny tiny bit of white. Oh, I wonder what let's put a little bit of this fire. This is the where's this from? Riverdale Watercolors. And this is Phantom Fire, it's called. Mix some of that in there and see if you can see it. It's kind of like an interference color, basically. It looks really pretty, I think, with this azalea. Let me see if I can get this to cooperate. See what that looks like when it dries. Look at this, that azalea with the a little bit of pearl white with it. Come on. Really? We're not going to do that? I'm sure you can see how shiny it is. There you go. That's pretty. Let's try some what I should do is do like every color with white and every color with pearl white, and just to see what we can come up with. Should. I wonder what Cascade Green looks like with white. Everybody knows Cascade Green, right? Oh, I dropped some, flicked over into the pink. Great. Now let's do a little bit of that. With a little bit of white. Wow, just a little bit of white. That's a really pretty, I don't know how this is going to granulate, because you know this breaks into that blue turquoise underneath of this green color. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, I didn't even see that you had any issues, Gayla. Of course, you're the smart one, so I know that you can, you know, get yourself out of any IT dilemma. All right, I'm gonna let that sit still to see how that granulates. So here's that hematite violet out of the pan, and there it is with a touch of white. So it gives you, adding that white, it really gives you a really big variety in your colors and how you can use them. And like, this is way out of my color palette, which is why I intentionally wanted to force myself to play with it. I like them all. They're not something that I would grab and go to, as we know. But they're really pretty. And I mean, I don't paint things. I don't paint scenes, portraits, landscapes, still life. I don't paint that stuff because I can't. But this, could be a really cool kind of a color, and maybe some kind of animal fur or textures on a beach or bark on a birch tree or something like that, maybe. It makes them really interesting. And, the purists say you don't never use white. You use the white of the paper. Since one of you know me to be pure about anything, shut up, Kayla. Hey, Wendy. Yeah. So, let's do fuchsite. I love fuchsite. So we know what that is, right? That's a Primatech Daniel Smith made out of real fuchsite gems. It's got some little bit of natural sparkle in it. But if we do that, and a little bit of white, or maybe pearl white, instead of deadening that sparkle, we'll enhance it. Let's use pearl white. Oh, they did, Kathy? I always thought they used the white for paper, the paper white, or masking fluid, to keep the paper, the white of the paper coming through. That's really faint, but really pretty, actually. The shimmer still, well, I could have put the pearl white in it. I know. I don't follow any rules. Can't do it. Don't even want to. But, what the hell are you going to do? Let's mix, just for shits and giggles, Lunar Black. We all know Lunar Black, right? Daniel Smith. Really highly granulating. You'll see me use it a lot when I do the Yupo, because it just falls apart like it's pepper laying on the page. Now let's put some of that. Let's put some of that with the pearl white, just for shits and giggles. Ooh, that's pretty. I'm anxious to see how it granulates. That looks like a gunmetal gray. Interesting. Do you have Lunar Black and Mars Black? I do. I do, April. You can see that gilsonite a little bit better there. The one, I don't have the load just right from water to paint, like I did before. This is a little too heavy with the pigment, but you can kind of see what it does there. It looks like craters on the moon when you see it up close. And that's it with white. I think I put white in there. You can't tell the difference. I think the lunar black granulates a little more. Let's try it. Let's try it up here. That's watered down a little bit. I put it out on the palette and then I added a little bit of water to it, to my brush rather. And then this one is the Schminke. That's really soft when it comes out of there. This looks right off the bat more of a warm black to me. It's got a little bit of a warmer hue to it than this one does. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Nope, I just lost a hair out of my brush. Definitely a warmer black. This is more of a gray, cooler black. It's starting to granulate there. So that's probably why when I mix that, the cobalt, the Schminke Cobalt Teal with the lunar black this time. Oh, way too much black. Hello. Let's get a little more cobalt teal in there, shall we? I'll try to put this here so I can get it close to this one. Yeah, it comes out with the Schminke. This comes out more of a green turquoise. This comes out a little more blue. Just a little teeny tiny bit. I'll show you these when they dry, April. Get that hair out of there. I hate that. What tool are you guys talking about? What is that tool? I'm sorry, Gayla. His name is Paul. Throw a little smart ass in just to let you know it's me. Oh, this. It's called an automatic pen. And it's size 3A. Made in England. And this is a size 3A. It's a 1/4 inch. Is that the one? Oh, why did I take this off? I forget now. They had, oh no, I got blue ink on my, oh, for God's sake, right on the mouthpiece of my water bottle. Yes, let's ingest that, shall we? Sweet Moses. Apparently one of these inks isn't permanent. The beige pen, that, yeah, okay. There must be a lag. Yeah, I'm using that with the inks, which I'm going to switch back to here in a minute. All right, so there you go. So far, April, the Lunar Black Daniel Smith is on the top. And this is the Schminke. Trying to get it close because you can really see a brownish tint in there. I don't know what the pigment combination is on that, but it looks like there's more than just black and something in there. So they are different. Is the manufacturer of the alkaline water bottle? Yeah, I love it. It's Dylan. It's DYLN. That's the logo. The Dylan is covered up by this. They came out with some accessories, and I got this rubber foot so it doesn't tip over. And the lid before, here's the name. I don't know if you can see the white on white. DYLN. They now made this with the flip cap, so you don't have to unscrew the cap every time you want to drink, which I love. But that water, now I drink Dasani water like I'm a freaking camel on the Mojave. And that's what I put in there. And when it sits in there with that pod that does its thing and makes it alkaline, oh, it's really good. Smooth, good water. All right, let me do a little switcheroo here. Trying to not have any catastrophes. Here's the Lunar Black with the pearl white in it. That's really pretty, actually. And that's just Lunar Black with a heavier pigment load than this sample, right? Here's that, well, it's got a green, Cascade green blob in it. But there's that Opera with that Phantom Fire mixed in. And that is really pretty in person. Come on. Focus, you rascal. Or not. Okay, that's good too. This is still wet, the Soda Light. But that, I think I think you did order the green spark, didn't you? That's really pretty. And there's the blush pink. Is that what that's called? What the hell? Shell pink, sorry. Shell pink with a little bit of white. And then that's the white with a little bit of Arctic Fire, I think I put in there. I still have to practice on the water to paint ratio. I need to come down here every day and just play with it, so I understand it more for different paints and to get the look that I want, because I rarely get the look I want. That's the truth of the matter. What are you going to do? Okay, let's go back to the Inka-Dinka-Doos here. That finally dried at the top. Look how shiny that one is. That's crazy. Crazy ink. And this is that Tomoe River paper. Goes through the ink, but doesn't go through on this page. Okay, continuing on with the diamide, which is, this is how you spell that. Really? Ay, ay, ay. Like diamond, but not. D-I-A-M-I-N-A. Come on, you. There you go. Get it while you can, people. This one's blue peppermint. Okay, so now I'll use this. All right, and dip it down in there just a little bit. And see the ink kind of catches in between the tongs there. And then if you are able to get a nice straight line with it, and push the thing down evenly is what I mean. You can really get a squared off little swatch there. Right, and this is blue peppermint. This is Jane's glass pen, dip pen. And oh, Q-tip time. Isn't that what I did? Yeah. This is a lighter turquoise. And I don't know. I don't remember the swatch if it it's a shimmer, but I don't know that it breaks apart into. Oh, you know what? I don't think I even got the shimmer mixed up in this. It's still all down the bottom. Oh, you rascal. Ah, thanks, Kayla. Crap, crappity crap. Let me try this again over here. I don't think it. Ay, ay, ay. Look like a freaking Smurf. Okay, and this one is called Soft Mint. And I don't know that this has any tricks to it. I don't see any shimmer laying in the bottom. Hey, babe.
What's up?
Inking.
Anything good?
Swatching my inks. Not really. Just playing.
Are you?
I kind of lost my mojo.
Oh, you're not streaming?
Yeah, I am.
Oh.
I'm streaming. Talking to my husband in case you think. Oh, Gayla said, hey, Dave.
Hey.
Hey.
You know anything to eat upstairs?
Not off the top of my head. Oh, what am I doing? Not paying attention.
Milk?
Soft mint. We will soon, but probably good for another day. Soft mint.
Oh, there's the box. Tell me how the TV's gonna fit in that.
Okay, later. Okay, and another Q-tip. Got through a lot of Q-tips. Yeah, I think this one is just this color. I don't think this has any shimmery bits in it. All right, now we got a pink one. This one's called Hope Pink, and I think this is also just a translucent ink. Ooh, that's pretty. That looks like azalea, Zandra. That's really pretty. Hey, Debbie. Thank you. I don't think it is, but I thank you. I appreciate it. Hope Pink. That's pretty. Where's Eileen? All this pink stuff she's missing out on. Oh, I almost dropped that on the paper. Spray shimmer ink on some paper and the shimmer wiped right off. I wonder if you could add a little gum arabic powder to the spray. Z, you might know that because the Jane paints that you've been playing with, they came with a dry gum arabic powder to mix them with, I believe. And that's you need some sort of a what's it called? The medium that has a glue in it, basically a sealer. That's really pretty pink. This one's called Coral, which I suspect will be a very pretty coral. They had all different sizes and tips of these automatic pens. This is going to be soaked all the way through all these papers. That's okay. Binder. Thank you. Thank you. That's it. That's the word I'm looking for. These are pretty. And these last three are all just inks. They're just the color of the ink. This blue peppermint has a blue shimmer in that turquoise. That's pretty nice. Come on. Focus, you rat. That's pretty. And even in the letters, you can see the shimmer in there. Right? But then these are just, whoops, soft mint. Here we go. That looks bluer on camera, although it's beautiful on the screen. It is more green in person. And here's that Hope. Put on your shades. Hope pink. Oh, there goes one of my letters. And here's the coral. It's a little orangier on screen, but it's honestly orangier on here. Also, me looking at the paper than I thought the swatch was. But it's still, when it's thin, it's really pretty. Oh, you know what? That's kind of breaking out a little bit. Hang on. Look at here when it's drying. It's got a pink. Come on. Seriously. Oy. Ah. I don't know if you can see that on the edges. It's breaking out to like a pinky color. There you go. Doesn't appear to have any shimmer in it. But it is pretty. And you know what? I'm not going to wait around all day. I'm going to dry these suckers and see what happens. I'm taking charge of my swatches. Econ. They're almost dry, actually, except for this last one. That peppermint blue is really pretty. Maybe we'll take this piece of UFO that I had laying here and throw some of these on it when I wrap it up. Oh, actually, that is drying too. Oh, that's got some stuff going on in that coral. Huh. Huh. I don't see any shimmer in it. But look what that did on that swatch. Got like a limey, not lime, but a really like a greenish gold that breaks out in there. Can you see it? Letters? Sorry, when you get up close, the oh, come on. It's really, actually you can start to see that over here now a little bit. A little bit of that shimmer. Or maybe that's called a sheen. I don't know. I don't know enough about inks to know what the hell I'm talking about. But there's a shimmering ink and sheen inks, and maybe that's the difference with the sheen, that you don't see the stuff, the shiny stuff in the bottle like you do the other ones. Cool. So now these, let me use this here. Now I better use the yellow gold one so you can see it better. Oh yeah, it'll come off. It'll come off. It started to come off. Watch, I'll just wet it in my watercolor water and rub my fingers. See, it's coming off. I'll get my Tim Holtz Scrubby Dubby and some warm water. It'll peel it right off. This is just Winsor drawing ink that I'm going to put my... No, it's not. This is Schminke powder. Holy hell. What am I doing? That's dry powder. I thought that didn't feel right. That was about to be a mess right there. Oh, hell no, I'm going to have to wait for this to dry. I'll come back and do that later. I'm not going to wait for just writing diamine on there. We'll remember it, right? I'm going to stack them up over here as I use them. So next, let's go to Robert Oster. This one's also Robert Oster. This is the bottle that I got that I went out on a limb trusting I would like it. And I do. It looks kind of browny there, but it's a really pretty, it's called Rose Gilt Tint. Shake and shimmy. And there's a little swatch of it right there if you can see it. Or not, you rat bastard. Ah! That make me mad. Okay, let's take a little bit of this. I might have that too sudsy now. Oh, Lord. That's way too much there. What the hell am I doing? All right, let's see if that works. I'm making a mess is what I'm doing. What is it? All right, a little. Oh, this is probably where I'm getting the blue. Apparently, you don't watch a lot of gangster shows, Gayla. Oh, speaking of shows, I put a request for suggestions for Netflix out on Facebook. I'm sure some of you saw it. I got a ton of information back. Now, I love me some Yellowstone. When that goes without saying that I love me some Rip. But it's done until Father's Day. I needed another fix. So I asked for suggestions. Oh, shoot, I put that too close to the top to put my Robert Oster up there. Oh, see, I'm not paying attention. I got a bunch of suggestions, and one of them was Queen's Gambit that I watched over the last couple of days. That was really good. I expected, I didn't know that it was like a mini series. I was expecting like seasons of an ongoing thing, but it was, I think, 7 or 8 episodes. So it was consumable in a reasonable amount of time. This is Robert Oster called Crystal Marine. How bad can this be? And I got to stop shaking these too much because I'm getting too many bubbles in this. And I don't know if it's just this brand that's bubbling like that. I don't know. But it was really good. And I did not know, I know zero about chess. to understand that that's what Queen's Gambit is, apparently a chess move. But it was really good. So if anybody's looking for something that's not too time consuming, that was a good one. Oh, Q-tip. Pay attention, Patricia. Pay attention. Oops. B. Oh, no, I won't tell anything about it. Other than that, which you'll see in the first couple minutes of it. Okay, that was Robert Oster Crystal Marine. Now you're kind of starting to see that rose gilt. It's still wet, but you can kind of see what's happening. You can see it in the writing. It's kind of pretty, got to tell you. See a little lavender at one angle. I'll show you when it's dry and I can rock and roll this around. This one is called Ocean. Oh, see, I'm shaking it again. Hello. What did I just say? Apparently, I don't listen to myself. I talk a lot, but I'm not listening. Ocean. All right. I think that crystal marine is going to be really pretty too. You can see what's happening in there already. And it's still got little, where the Tomoe River crinkles, it's got little wet spots in there. This one's called Aqua. And this looks like just a transparent ink. I don't see any shimmer going on in there. Unless it's one of those sneaky sheens. Cheer up, sneaky sheen. Hey, Aqua. And Le Q-tip. Poldark. I've never even heard of that one, Jerry. I got so many suggestions. Some people went off the mark of Netflix and told me about Amazon Prime or even HBO series. We don't have HBO, but I got a ton of other ones. You can go back on my Facebook page and try to find that post and look at all the comments I got. Hey, Ben. Oh, this one's got some sheen in it of different colors coming up. Oh, it's got a red edge on it. Oh, Ozark. I finished Ozark. 3 seasons, waiting for season 4 to come out. That was good. They're kind of dark, but I like that You know, Yellowstone, I love Yellowstone. And I know a lot of you guys probably have seen it or maybe have an opinion about it, but one of my favorite shows ever. I never have loved so many characters that are murderers. It's like The Sopranos on horseback is how I describe it. But I love that. No, what's a new one that streams? My brother said he's watching it on Peacock, I think. It came on a regular cable station, and I forget which channel it was on. We bought season 1 and 2 on demand when we really got into season 3 and had to back it up. But Peacock is free, apparently. I don't know if you pay for Peacock like you do Netflix, and then whatever you watch is free within your monthly subscription. I'm not sure how Peacock works. But my brother's watching it on Peacock. It is good, though. It's really good. You got to love all the characters. Keep your hands off Rip. He's all mine. Okay, so here's the road. They're trying to get you to see all the different like shades that kind of breaks out into. It's really interesting. And the lettering, it looks almost just like rose gold. But on the bigger swatches, look at all that going on in there. And there's the crystal marine. See how many different, see the red and green breaking out in there and some shimmer. But where I smeared it here, it's kind of just like one nice little sort of shimmery color. But look at it where it puddles and dries. This is Ocean. That one, Aqua. This one's Aqua, but that one had a lot of this red in there breaking out of that again. You see it on the edge of that streak up there, just where the Q comes down and touches that block with the Q-tip. Isn't that interesting? Say yes. Okay, let's carry on. I got 5 more. I'm going to try to condense them a little bit. This is Robert Oster called Taiwan Blue. We just had we have Verizon Fios here as our service. And we recently, within the last month, I guess, had an upgrade. And as I'm going through the channels, just snooping around to see what's there, lo and behold, I find a Netflix channel and a YouTube channel. So it's for us, it's 838 and 837, I think they are. But you go to the channel, you plug in your email address and your password for Netflix, and boom, it's like everything on your computer that you had, your history is all right there on the TV without it being a smart TV. It's just the channel is available. Taiwan Blue. I may never get this blue off of me, but as soaked as my fingers are getting with it. When you get different little amounts of it on there, you can see that it dries. DVD, Netflix. Yeah, it's good. It's good. Ozark was really good. They're dark. Ozark's pretty dark, but it's Crystal Marine. And wasn't there one of these called? Yeah, there's a diamine called Crystal Marine, and there's a Crystal Marine of Robert Oster. Unless it's mislabeled. Now this one I got to shake because that's really settled. Hey, Alan. Trying to think of what else they. Hillbilly what's that new one called on Netflix? Hillbilly something. There's a lot more in this sample than any of the other ones. Crystal Marine. Yeah, that's it, Libby. Anybody watch that one? This looks different than this one. Well, it's greener, I think. We'll see. Fire and Ice. The Hillbilly one made you cry? If you like a good story and you don't mind a little blood, well, you don't really see so much blood. You see a lot of killing and on Yellowstone, but it's like justified killings, if there is such a thing. God forgive me for saying that, but it's kind of like the Old West, but it's current times. Still back in that cowboy belief system of big ranchers in Montana. Fire and Ice. Oh God, you have to watch Yellowstone. Oh man. And the ending of season 3. Sweet Moses. Oh hell, I didn't do my Q-tip. Hey, hang on. Oops, that settled a little bit. Let me give that one little zhuzh here. Uh-oh, now I don't know which end I was using. Crap. See? Trying to watch chat, not paying attention. Somebody's got to be watching what's going on here. Can't depend on Gayla. There's that one. This one's called Violet Clouds. Dexter, that was one of the suggestions. The first Netflix show I ever really watched to the end was Breaking Bad. You talk about dark, but that was good. I hated when that thing ended. I thought that was really good. I don't know what that might tell you about me, but it's true. I loved it. Ooh, that's pretty. Warrior Run. See all these good suggestions I'm getting here. Violet Cloud. Hey, Kay. That's Violet Cloud. And this is the last one of the Oster. It's a gold one. These are all coming up really cool looking as they dry. And some are similar. That's why, and the swatches look similar to me online. So I thought that's why another reason I want to get the samples before I commit to a whole jar. Some of them are less expensive, but some of them are not cheap. I love those J. Irvine, the collectible special edition ones with the wax seal on them. What are they called? 1670. They got 2 series like that, 1670, and I forget what the other year is, or if it's even a year. What's this called? Grun Gilt. It kind of reminds me of Black Flash acrylic paint where the goldy bronze mixes with the black. Oh, Q-tip. Hello. Stick with the system, Patricia. And it almost comes out like a greenish color. Let me get you a peek to see what these are doing. That's the Taiwan blue. And I want to flip back to see, because that, a lot of these have that red breaking out of them. So, I mean, how many of those do you really need? This one's pretty. The different turquoises, a blue sparkle in there, breaking out a little bit of that purpley red. I'm anxious to see how that one comes out. And what does it look like in the letters? Yeah, you can see it in there too, the different colors. Fire and Ice. Violet Cloud. That kind of reminds me of the Rose Gilt tint. I mean, it's different. You can't really tell there. You just have to trust me. And see where the silver really pops out of there with that violet color. Real pale violet, lilac. And here's that grunge gilt. Looks green, but the mica settles out to be gold. Pecan. Evil. I think that one was recommended too. There was a ton of them that I'd never even heard of, and I thought, man, I got to get busy. I just don't like anything that's like devil kind of a, thing. I don't like that. I don't like the devil stuff. Any possessions and all that kind of stuff. No, thank you. I'm not going to do it. Yeah, they're pretty cool. Okay, so that's the end of the Robert Osters. And now these, we just got little. Let's do these because I got 4 of these. That'll fit on one page. These are all Organic Studios. This one's called Aldous Huxley. No, really, it is. So I don't know if that's a person. I think it is. Oh, no. The Exorcist is what scarred me for life. I saw that as a teenager, and I don't think I slept for a month. I still get freaked out if I hear that music. I do not like it. Ain't doing it. Call me a sissy. I do not care. Don't watch it. Okay, thanks for the tip. I will not watch that one. Where the hell is the ink? There we go. My pen. Had to leave, can't watch it. Huxley was a writer. Okay. He had a series of these that I think they were all had names of, I don't know if they were all authors or what they were. You know, being ink and everything. Maybe it would be a writer. This was Henry David Thoreau. And ghosts, like real ghosts. Not my thing. We have a friend that is a ghost hunter, actually. And they have all this equipment. And they go to Gettysburg and stay at these haunted places and invite us to go. Like, Diane, stop asking me. There's no way in hell's half acre. Love you. Not ever going to go. Never, ever going to happen. But she showed me photographs. She works at the courthouse in Annapolis, our state capital, that's old. And at one time used to be a prison, like a slave prison. And just everyday kind of prisoners. But I think that's how it's known. And they were in the basement. They had permission to go down to the after hours in the dark, in the middle of the night, to go into the basement of this place. No thanks. And there was this, they had flashlights and other equipment and stuff. And she took pictures of this one. Kind of reminds me of Gala's Shrine of Me. But it was like an old stone wall, and it had like this big niche in it where it set back maybe this far back, and they had shelves in there, and it had little weird knickknacks and stuff on it. Of course, it's solid dark, right? So they can't see anything. But she got situated in front of that thing, and she said I got chills. Oh my God, I got chills up the back of hair back of my neck standing up thinking about it. Jesus. She felt like she felt something, and she took her cell phone out and she put it on what's it called when it takes a bunch of pictures, like boom 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 boom, boom like that. I knew you would, Gala. Bless your little heart. And she deleted all the pictures that didn't show anything, but there was a series of about 5. And they all showed, as the flash went off, because it's dark, right? The niche, the niche, the niche, the niche, the niche. And then all of a sudden, over on this side, you see a little black smoke, like a cloud, that came across it. And one of the pictures, it was almost all black. You could see through it where there were holes around this cloud. And it was just like she said, she felt like this weird spirit move around her. And it captured this black freaking cloud. No, thank you. Speak about horror. Thank you. Oh no, I want no parts of that crap. This is Santiago's Sea Blue. Oh, and the Q-tip. Wow. Wow, these are coming out really wild. That's a dark blue base to that one. This one is Ralph Waldo Emerson. I see a theme. This one's almost all a dark burgundy shimmer. This one's got a lot of purple in it. This one's turquoise. Ooh, yummy. Oh, God, Wendy. No, not having it. Not having it. This one's dark. Ralph Waldo. You are a very dark ink, my friend. Oh, what am I doing? You can see that lighten up as it got later and later. Oh, Q-tip. I mean, there's 3 steps. You'd think by now I'd have it, but I do not. That's a navy blue. It's really pretty. All right. Wow. So you can see the top one already. This is much more turquoise, where you're seeing more of a blue, like a cobalt blue. I see turquoise. That one's showing up differently on the camera. And this is, look at this one. Get a different angle and it comes up not as shiny and just dark. Here's Santiago's got a lot of that red in there too. And this one, I think this one's really going to be pretty, actually. It's got purple coming up through there with turquoise and this dark violet. Can't see much in there yet because it's so dark. That looks more like that red, and it looks more purpley here. Here in person. All right. We're almost done. 6 more. What time is it? 3:48. We should wrap up just in time. From this angle, they almost look all red, all like a burgundy. This one's a little more purple. But from this angle, looking down at it like this, I see almost all red. I'll try to give you that vantage point. See what I mean? All right. And then we got 3 of these sailors. Hey, sailor. Manyo haha. Well, I'm not sure about that. But that's what this one's called. Well, that's faint. Really? Wow. I wonder what grabbed me about this swatch. Maybe it does something cool. Manyo haha. Don't know who or what that is. Oh, it's breaking out into a lilac. I see it now. I remember you. Look how sheer that is. And that's going down to the bottom of the jar. Good Lord. This may not come off gallant as much as this is on me. Sailor. Manyo Nico Yanagi. What the hell have I gotten myself into here? There's the Manyo Nico Yanagi. Or something to that effect. Yeah, I see what I remember the swatch now. It's breaking out with some pinks and lilacs in there. I remember you. Yes, I do. This one, let's see what this guy's got. Let's go start talking about blue again instead of ghosts. Yeah, not happening. This is Nico Yanagi. Q-tip. That's doing something similar here. This one's got more of a blue base. This one's got more of a purple base. But other than that, they're similar. And then this one is Ink Studio 131 is the name. It's very translucent. This one's actually really pretty. Here's another bright, clear pink one. Ink Studio 131. I'm afraid I'm going to break this pen, and I'm going to say words for Gayla to write down she's never heard of before if I do. Just saying. Hey, Liz. Lava soap or baking soda will work well. Get the ink off. It might take a few washings. I'll try to maybe put some of that on my Tim Holtz scrubber. It may take off a layer of skin, but it gets the job done. Yeah, I got layers in there now. Next time you see me, if I have pink fingers, you know, I mean, multicolored fingers, you know what happened. And these are Colorverse. This one is going to really be pretty. Look at that top one. Come on, work with me. Where the other ones are really bright, this is a soft lilac base to it. And then this one's kind of got a violet base with the same colors in it-ish. That where it's still wet looks kind of orangey, but I don't see any of the orange. Let me just look in the letters. That's already dry. And that just looks kind of pink. It just looks like that where it's wet. Ah, here you go. Okay. I wonder how this looks against this one. Similar yet different. Okay. Last three. What time is it? All right, we're good. I'm going to bail out after these and make way for Xander coming on at 4:30 today. Scraps to Beauty on YouTube. This one's called Saturn V, Saturn V, but I guess that means Saturn V. Let's see what Saturn V's got to offer. I remember these being pretty cool on the swatches. I'm going to use more of this ink since I only have 3 for this page. I probably should have let room in between in case I get more of the same brand, but as we know, not all that smart. Okay, Z, I'll see you in a little bit. I don't see much happening yet. There's a lot in there. Colorverse, Crystal Planet, this one's called. Better start something happening in there. See you, Jerry. Thanks for stopping in. I like this automatic pen. I don't know what's automatic about it, but I don't need to know. Oh, that's way too much. That's deeper than I thought. Crystal Planet. Oops, I dropped my N there. This pen actually, I have a few different glass pens. This one actually writes exceptionally smooth. Some of them feel real scratchy. Huh. That's strange because I remember these. I looked hard to find these in samples because I saw a swatch and it was out of stock, and I don't remember if it came back in stock and I got it or if I finally found it somewhere else. But it was cool enough to look for, and I don't see the coolness happening yet. This one's Morning Star, and this is the last of the Mohicans. Pretty turquoise color. This really does work nice for this. The swatches, actually. Oh, that's way too much. Let me get some of that off of there. Morning Star. Put you back in your little glass wave for now. And you dip. Didn't really get to make anything today, but that's okay. I gotta get my juices flowing again. Did you just search for ink samples? Well, I started looking at Goulet pens, and I can't remember if Jet Pens had any. I don't think I have any from Jet Pens. I have. Hang on, do I? No, Goulet, Vanessa. I don't know if Jet Pens has samples now that I'm saying that. there was another one, but that's all I see here. Most of them I got from Goulet. All right, Don't Break My Heart Colorverse. I'm trying to let these dry naturally. A little fluffing. I'm sure you could Google ink samples and see if any other places come up. I'm sure they're not the only ones. I think there was a place somewhere in the UK or Europe that had them, but I can't remember what it was. I didn't order from there. Well, this is not that interesting here. Hang on. Thanks, Gayla. Look at you on it. On the old linkages. Now I see a little red coming up in this and this and this when I hit the... Seems like most of these have that reddish burgundy, red violet kind of a sheen and shimmer to them. I'd like to see some that are like this with like a green sheen in it. Would look cool. This with blue, this with maybe purple in it, rather than everything having this red color. It's beautiful, but it's kind of redundant through these samples. So there's that one, Saturn. This one's Crystal Planet. You can see a little bit of the red in there. Not much there. Not interesting. Now, if I put it on the side, can you see that? It doesn't show up as red there. Where you see those dark shadows through there, they do have a little bit of a red tint to them here. You can see it at the very top of that edge of that swatch. A little bit of the red. And this one's a little more, I think it's maybe the base of the turquoise that just draws my eye in more. All right, so there we go. Not much, but it's kind of a re-entry. You'd think with working at home and being home and not having extra time on my hands, I'd have more time to get down here, but it never seems to work out that way. So let me draw you in real close for these. We'll go through these real quick. This one here, this one's really shiny. That one's really pretty. With the Polar Glow and this. I guess this, I don't know. They're really close looking to me. Right, here's these. These were the three just regular inks. Although this one, when it dried, came up with a little bit of a goldy green sheen on it. This one's pretty, the Blue Peppermint. It's got that blue shimmer and sheen in it. I think that's pretty. Those are all Diamine. These are Robert Oster. There's that Rose Gilt. Come on, work with me. Work with me. Kayla, can't you do something about this? Crystal Marine. This one's Ocean. It's got a little bit of red and that dark little bit in that outline on that lower right corner of that swatch, which is not going to focus. And then here's the Aqua. It's got the red running through it. These are Robert Oster as well. Taiwan Blue. Crystal Marine. You can see the different colors in the letters there. That's pretty. Look at that. And then Fire and Ice. Violet Cloud. It's got a lot of silver and lavender sparkle to it. And here's that grun gilt. Right. And these are the Organic Studios. Mr. Huxley. That's kind of cool how that granulated. That's not the right word, it's granulated, but the pattern that it made with that red, I don't think I did anything different there than I did to any of these other ones. This one is really eye-catching, this Henry David Thoreau. Santiago, Sea Blue. Ralphie, you're looking all burgundy there, bud. A little more purple in that one. But that one is like all sheen. Let's see the letters. Yeah, look how it kind of ran out of it towards the end, down that dip pen. Interesting. This one I think is really pretty. It's so soft, but has those dark bits. You know I like that. Come on. I like that one. This one's similar. See, that one has like a lilac-y base. This one has, no, this one has more of a blue base. This one has more of the lilac base. And that's just another sheer hot pink. And these, they don't look like you look online. They're all right. Not well on me. They're very dark. I'll have to try them in a different, you know, different paper. Try them in a different way one of these days. Anyway, all right, kids, I'm going to wrap it up and see what Mumsy needs and what Dave's doing and hop on with Z to watch in a few minutes. So maybe I'll see some of you guys over there. Grün is green. Oh, it's green in German. Okay. Well, that makes sense then, because that is kind of a greeny gold color. Interesting. See, I learned something. All right, guys. Thanks for joining. I appreciate it. Good to see everybody. And I'll look forward to seeing you guys over at Z's. Take care. Bye. I'll be working on this. See ya.